If you ask my mother, she'd tell you that her earliest memory is of visiting her father in jail. He, like my other 3 grandparents, had survived the Nazi concentration camps. But then, just as he was starting a new life and a new family, he saw democracy toppled again. This time, it was the communists. And they put him in jail for the crime of being a capitalist. 2 decades later, my parents came to America. I grew up in a small, upstairs apartment, and I watched them work so hard and yet struggle to make ends meet. But because America welcomed immigrants because of public schools and Pell Grants, I went from being a kid whose parents didn't speak much English to working in the White House. That's where I learned firsthand that progress is possible. After 9/11, I volunteered to serve my country in uniform. And as an assistant attorney general in Arizona, I put human traffickers, drug smugglers, and fraudsters scamming seniors exactly where they belong, behind bars. Having seen big banks preying on Arizonans, I decided to take them on. I built a company that gave millions of people the chance to have bank accounts without the usual unfair fees. And to fight the climate crisis, we planted over 100 million trees here in Phoenix, across the country, and around the world. The impact they'll have is like taking millions of cars off the road. I raised our company's minimum wage because I believed it wasn't just good for our employees, but good for our business. And it was. That same year, we were ranked one of the fastest growing businesses in America. But of anything I've ever done or will do, what matters most to me in life is being Ben and Belle's dad. I'm Andrei Cherny, and it's because of them that I refuse to just stand by while their future is at stake. I can't just watch as our own congressman puts the interests of corporate donors ahead of our kids. I can't just watch as a climate denier drives Arizona deeper into drought and our planet towards disaster. And having seen the cost in my own family, I'll be damned if I'm gonna allow American freedom and democracy to get trampled. And that's why now I'm running for Congress, to represent the community that Stephanie and I have been proud to call home for the last 20 years. And look, I get it. Politics and our government is broken, and we all know it. And there's way too many people there who are putting partisanship ahead of actual practical problem solving, just plain silliness in politics, as opposed to focusing on the real challenges that we face. But fighting the climate crisis, expanding opportunity and fairness, defending our democracy, for me, these aren't the words of a campaign. They've been the work of my life. So that's why I'm running for Congress. I'm doing it for her, and for her, and for him, and for all our families. I hope you'll join me, because this fight is for all of our futures.